Hi everyone. Now, I hadn't really anticipated going live today, but I don't know about you, but I'm often a little bit last minute, and it's crept up upon me about the idea that it's St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. So I thought I might just show you a very sort of simple activity that you could do with the kids if you've got them at home with you at all tomorrow and you fancy doing something in relation to St. Patrick's Day. So all it is just a little painting activity, just like this. And I'm just going to show you very quickly, hopefully, how to kind of get it prepared and show you basically what I used in order to do that. So what I'm starting with is a little Play-Doh cutter. It's a heart-shaped Play-Doh cutter, and I'm using that as my outline for my template. And I've just got a scrap piece of paper. You could get sort of re-thin card, maybe from a cereal box, to use as the template. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, is get those two items and a pencil. So you're literally going to draw around the heart shape 3 times. So I'm just going to pop it on the table here, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So if you do it so that you've got the rounded bit towards the outside of the shape of the clover that you're going to be doing. So it's going to be a clover that we're creating. So I'll just draw around one here. Then I'm going to do a second one here. Now, if you've got a nice big one, it might work even better. You could even do it as a 4-leaf clover. But my cookie cutter or my Play-Doh cutter is quite small, so I'm just going to stick with doing the 3-leaf clover. Okay, so once you've drawn them out, you just get a shape that's similar to that. I'm going to add a bit of a stem onto the end as well. Okay, so once you've got it all drawn, the next thing to do is simply just to cut out the shape that you've got there. Okay, so that eventually you end up with a shape like this. So this is one I did earlier on, just to have a bit of a go at it and see how it works. So once you cut it out, you end up with this sort of shape of a clover. Now then, the next thing you're going to do is just get a nice piece of paper. So this is quite a thick sort of cartridge paper that I've got here, and we're going to stick the template down into the middle of the paper. Now, one of the best ways I've found to do that is to use masking tape, but sometimes the masking tape's a little bit sticky, so when you pull off the template you end up pulling some of the paper off. So one of the best ways around about this that I've found, in fact Eve told me about this after watching it on TikTok, is basically just to get your tape and put it on your clothes to take a bit of the stickiness off. Okay, so then once you've got a bit that's not too sticky, rip it off and do it in little sections and stick it to the back of your template. Okay, so I put 3 little bits on there and a little bit on the bottom there, and I'm just going to pop it onto the piece of paper. Okay, so stick it down. Now you can see I've used this one already, hence why it's got a bit of green and yellow paint on there already. So I've just stuck it on the middle of the piece of paper, so then that's all prepped and ready. So if you've got quite a little one, so mine youngest Ivy is 3, so to do this activity with her I'd prep all this beforehand so that I've already got the template and she can just get cracking with the painting bit in just a moment. So with regards to the painting, what I thought I would do with this one, a couple of options really. I've just got a little tub with some yellows, greens and blues blobbed in there, just sort of standard ready mix paint that I've chucked in there. And my idea today that I thought I would try with her is to just use a little cotton bud. So I was going to sort of dip it into, or just provide it for her, I'm sure she'll do whatever she fancies doing, and then just go around the template and using blues, yellows and greens all the way around. Now if you haven't got any cotton buds, and I know they've stopped selling these now, so I just happen to have a load left in the cupboard, so I've used those. Another option would be something like getting a clothes peg and a pom-pom. So you could do it with pom-poms, do it all the way around. Another option, if you don't want to get any of those bits out but you're quite happy to get a little bit messy, fingerprinting, thumbprinting all the way around. So just keep going until you've built up your piece of paper. And then eventually take off the template so that you end up with this sort of outlined clover that you can see there. So I've obviously used greens and blues and yellows, but obviously use whatever colours you like. You could even do the colours of the rainbow all the way around it, which would probably look quite nice. So I'll just leave it there, but I thought if you were struggling to think of a quick activity or a straightforward activity to do for St. Patrick's Day tomorrow, it's something that might be useful to you. Anyway, I'll be back on Friday. This week we are going to be making a pom-pom shooter. So it's Comic Relief Day on Friday, so we thought we would do something a little bit fun and have a little bit of competition with each other to see who could get the furthest pom-pom shot out of their pom-pom shooter. So join me on Friday if you'd like to do that. It's going to be at 2 o'clock on Friday afternoon, and I shall pop the event in my page very soon. Okay, bye.